All right, is this thing on? That's on. That one's not on. Is it streaming? Hey, what's up? This is Dave. This is not What's Up Dave. This is Happy Bubble Time. Now, Happy Bubble Time is my term for doing whatever comes to my mind without guilt. It's like I create this bubble of time in which there are no responsibilities, there are no tasks, there are no goals. There's just me doing stuff. And I like to do this every once in a while just to see what happens. I find it a very good recharging activity. So I'll try to write in the notes here in the chat what I'm doing now, just to have some sort of log with it. Starting this at 5:15 p.m. and maybe in the background you can hear the my timer going off. That's because I'm roasting nuts. So I am going to fetch roasting nuts, and I'll sort of figure out where it goes. So when I look at this later, I might find some interesting pattern in all this activity. But let me see if I can set this camera up so at least it's pointing somewhere useful. I could just bring it all the way over there, I guess. See if I can diddle this thing. So right now I'm just untangling everything, which is quite tangled for some reason. Here we go, now it's tangled again. Good lord, what happened here? Everything's tangled. Alright, did I unplug the camera by accident? It's sideways, the timer has stopped. Let me hoist this camera up this direction. You can see that the cat has awoken. Alright, so I'm going to move this camera over to the other one, and I'll go to two-screen mode for now. Two-screen mode. Let's see if this is working. Excellent. That's not two-screen. There's split-screen aux. Okay. Let's see what happens. Bring this camera over here. And let's make sure I don't accidentally unplug this too. Okay. Doop. Hope that I haven't burned the nut. So let's put this camera right here for now. Zoop. Good. Alright, so in this oven and in this messy kitchen, which I am going to clean up, I guess that's going to be part of the happy puttering, happy bubble time. This bag of nuts. This bag of mixed nuts over here. I just roasted these. They smell roasted, they don't smell burned. That's promising. So we'll eat those later. Accomplishments number 1 for Saturday evening is roasting those nuts. Already I'm feeling like a winner. So let's go back to the reverse angle here. Zoop. And let's go look down that direction for now. We'll just keep this camera here for now, because there might be stuff that I want to do on that table. Now I'm wondering if I should log all this activity. Let's see. Let's see, I might as well fill out one of these emergent task planner things. How's everyone else's evening going? I woke up really late today. I woke up around, I wanted to say I woke up around 11, but I fell asleep again. It's been a pretty exhausting series of social days in the past few days. So I've been, I guess you could say that the tiredness has caught up with me, and I needed some time to myself. Do I need to shave? Yeah, maybe. Let's see. 3 minutes have elapsed. I'm going to write down in my ETP notebook here that, cat, I'm going to do this today. Usually I don't fill out an ETP form for the weekend, but I feel like doing it today. And I'm going to put the start time at 5 p.m., 5, 6, and I should go to sleep later, so 5 p.m. start stream. And just like in the bottom here, I'll write down like what I'm getting done. So 1, roasted nuts. Outstanding. Now, what else do I want to do? Now I'm trying to not think of things that make me feel guilty. I'm not trying to think about like, oh, there's all these tasks I have to do. Oh, there's like responsibilities that must be responded to, because that just stresses me out. This is me exploring time. I'm just doing things that are kind of, entertaining or of the moment. And in the aftermath of this, I think I'll discover something that was productive about that. This is maybe a test of what I've been calling the gathering model of productivity, in which you do stuff that's productive or produces a result. And then after this frenzy of activity has ended, you look to see what you've made and you figure out where it goes, and then maybe it collects into something that can be sold at market or something like that, or is the beginning of something great. So that's the idea. I think happy bubble time maybe plays into that. I don't know if here's the cat. Hello, cat. He's very purry today. Oh, okay, goodbye, cat. All right, so I've roasted nuts. Let me look around. An interesting thing about happy bubble time, or even just being in the mode I'm in right now, is that the tendency is to not want to do anything. The tendency is to want to consume something, look for the easy distraction, surf the internet, watch TV. And one thing that I've discovered since getting the TV over there is that I'm actually watching more movies, which is maybe it seems kind of obvious in retrospect that if you have a big TV that's connected to all your streaming services, you're going to watch more movies. And the reason why I got rid of cable television in the first place is because I was just passively consuming too much media. And yesterday I watched like 2 movies, which is like unheard of. I usually I very rarely watch movies, or I used to very rarely watch movies, because there were things I wanted to do. But there are also periods of time in which I just want to passively consume. I just ate 2 chocolate bars that I shouldn't have eaten. At least they were diet chocolate bars. But I didn't need to eat those things. But I wanted to consume something. I wanted something easy and satisfying. But these are empty activities. These are empty acts of consumption. And I kind of despise myself when I fall into that mindset. Hence the desire for happy bubble time. Let me just think of some things that are on my mind now. Let me let my mind wander a bit. So I'm going to wander and think about. No, I'm thinking about something that someone said to me the other day. Carl was mentioning that he was challenging me to consider that maybe I wasn't. Well, what would I do once I achieved my goals and was happy and stuff like that? And I said to him then, this was Thursday, I think, that I think I was already living what I wanted to do. But it occurred to me today, when I was like trying to wake up, that maybe I really haven't accepted that in my heart. So yes, I am doing what I want to do. I'm streaming stuff. I am investigating new technologies. I am trying to create my own way of living. And to be successful by the dint of my own effort and by standing for those things that I believe in. But I don't think I really have embraced it. I haven't really given myself permission to enjoy the journey. And I hate the expression, the journey is the reward. Because the journey sucks. The journey is only a reward in hindsight. I'm in the journey right now, and you know what? I don't like it. I don't like the journey at all. But if I think of the journey being the job, if I think of the journey being the test or the challenge, and this gets on to the second thing that I'm thinking about, which is the journey, the challenge is to pursue and create some kind of personal excellence in myself, and on a related note, to find the excellences and joys and passions of other people, and then bring that all together and mix it up somehow. I think that would be awesome. It'd be like a great party, being around people who are making things that are cool and are sharing things that are cool, and we're all making stuff together, and that would be like freaking great. And also not all being in the poorhouse. That would be great. It's one thing to be creative and expressive, but it's also a nice thing to be able to support yourself, rather than to whine or complain about it, or wish that you were making more money when you could maybe be doing something that does earn money, or at least the equivalent of some kind of satisfaction. For me, what I'm aiming for is to have enough. And enough means to have a roof over my head and to be able to buy the toys that I want and not worry about like being in the poorhouse. And the way I want to do that is by not getting a job working for someone else who has their own agenda that is not aligned with my own principles. And so the way I see it is I don't really have a lot of I guess things that are due to me. I'm already feeling pretty privileged, and I even have gotten to this point in the journey where I can even have the luxury of having these thoughts, as opposed to like you're worrying about like how am I going to feed my kids tomorrow, or you know like what if you know any number of things that all these other people are facing, you know, and I have to purposely not have survivor guilt about that. You know, like to feel that I'm allowed to even pursue this happy bubble time. There'll be people who tell me that I'm not allowed to do this, or I should feel my male privilege, or I should feel my whatever privilege that I have. And I admit I do have these privileges and advantages over other people. But not to like really hold myself down because of that. I'm not sure what really the upside is of having that kind of guilt. I still feel it, but how do you redirect that in a productive way? Anyway, so those are some thoughts I'm having. The challenge part again. So the first part I was saying was there's the idea that I'm living the journey right now. The journey sucks, but maybe that's the job. In hindsight, this will look great. This will be great because I'll see these challenges I authentically came upon. The second part is like the challenge to make something that's really great. And someone else had written to me recently about it suggested that maybe the job that you should have is to make the world's best personnel productivity tracking tool system. And I thought like, you know, that's not that interesting to me. But in the context of making that with other people, you know, who are also interested in having the world's best productivity tracking system, then that became more interesting to me. And this morning, when I was also thinking about that journey-related stuff I just mentioned, it occurred to me that, you know, striving to make the best possible, or the world's best possible tracking system for productivity and personal development is just the kind of epic challenge that really piques my interest. Up until now, I never thought that maybe I was allowed to do that. I was allowed to experiment with things, but I was not allowed to claim that I was making the world's best. And because I have difficulty with people who claim that they're making the world's best things of anything. But at the same time, I'm fascinated by people who do. One of the things that I like is like when I drive by a restaurant that claims to have the world's best or world famous chili or world famous roast beef sandwiches. I'm intrigued. I said, what leads that person to claim this? Like, hope in the best sense of things, that person has figured something out about chili or about roast beef sandwiches that is a cut above what is the mediocre experience that we otherwise are exposed to when we go out and have some kind of chili. And so I do find that that expression, it's like when you point to the wall, you're gonna hit a home run, like Babe Ruth. There's that poem or that song, I can't remember what it is. So you know, that's on my mind. So I'm gonna write down the second happy bubble time thing was to thought about the journey sucking but being the job, and then I'll add 3, thought about how pursuing the best productivity tool tracking system ever is an interesting challenge. Maybe I'm up for it. That's an interesting thought. So now I'm going to go open one of those nuts up because they probably have cooled down enough. How long have we been doing Happy Bubble Time? 14 minutes. I wonder if you guys are doing anything. Let me know in the chat. So this is a nut cracker I'm going to give this a go with. Go collect a nut. It's a little dark in here. And a little messy. I think it should probably clean up some stuff. Alright, so I've got a walnut here. This is like on the other camera, so I'll just head back over there. And what I'm looking for in this nut right here, what I'm looking for is a slightly toasted, roasted taste. This is a pretty awesome nut cracker. I just realized I'm getting nuts all over, nut fragments everywhere. Where am I going to put this? Alright, so I've cracked open the nut. And its nut meats are now coming out. It smells roasted. It's not burnt. In fact, it's rather delightful. So I have successfully roasted this walnut. I mean, it's a little bit burnt, but I like it that way. Success! Okay, so now what else is on my mind? Since I'm an introverted person, I tend to live in my head a lot. And one trick that I have for getting out of my head is actually to look at things. To really, really, really look at things. Because ordinarily, if I'm looking around the room, I'm not even seeing this. I'm vaguely aware I'm in my living space. But really, I'm not looking at anything and evaluating it. Not the way that one would if you're coming into someone's house for the first time and you're taking note of things. Let's do a simulation of this. Let me just put this camera up on top of my head. Alright, so now I'm looking, let me adjust the camera so it seems to be vaguely looking where I'm looking. So I'm looking at that picture up there and I'm wondering, what is that? It doesn't say it. Well, you can sort of see at the bottom, there's a signature, but it's hard to read. It's Emmy Lennox, 2012. This is a print that I bought from this comic book artist. It says, "Fight for what you love." And there's pictures of cats and then Emmy's avatar from the comic book. So like this has been a while since I've actually looked at this. Actually it says Emmy Lennox in the corner up there. I never noticed that before. And then I'm looking over here and I'm looking carefully at the wall and I'm seeing there's nothing on it and there should really be some artwork on it. And then over there's some old pictures that I haven't touched maybe in 5 or 6 years. You can even see the one on the right. A picture that's behind the picture in the front is falling out, which is kind of odd. And if I'm looking around here, this is my computer setup, which is currently this weird sort of AV Club Frankenstein thing. And then looking around, there's that table that I want to replace. Yesterday I went to IKEA to find a replacement bookshelf. I found a nice dark blue one that's out of stock. So I had to go back on after December 10th, hopefully, when it's open. There's the TV, and I'm reminded that I need to replace that whole bottom table with something better. That's something. So this whole side of things doesn't look like this train wreck right now. It's just like spindly tables and exposed wires. It's very unkempt looking. Not cozy at all. And here's the Christmas tree over here, which I should check to make sure it's watered. There's some stuff over there that I should make sure that I get rid of. Or like, this is just unkempt. You know, it's not very good looking. And down here is a cat. I'm not even looking at like things on the shelves over there. Cluttered. Things are roughly where they should be. I can find stuff. I see some clutter on top of the table already. I want to make sure that table is clean. And then there's over the dining room table over there is just covered with presents I should wrap. And then there's stuff on top of there that needs to be put away. So then there's the 3D printer up there, which I should update the firmware for, and then just kind of put somewhere else. And then there's some other stuff there next to it that I should just take downstairs and pack away or something. So okay, the overall impression they have right now is that there's clutter to get rid of. So I think the next thing I want to do is maybe spend a few minutes decluttering stuff. All right, so let's declutter some stuff. Well, where to start? I'll go grab the other camera, just kind of move it to an area, and then maybe this is an interesting way of doing it. If I put the camera and point it in an area that I want to have decluttered and just work that scene until it looks clean, maybe that's one way of focusing attention on things. That might work, who knows? All right, happy bubble time. Oh, I forgot about my tea. There's a bunch of tea over here. All right, make some room over here. Let me switch to the split camera view like that. And I'm going to position the camera on the right, so it's pointing at the place I'm decluttering. Now you need to pick a place. I wonder if my camera audio is synced. I should check that later. 20 minutes into decluttering. A good 10 minutes of this has just been me flapping my mouth. All right. Hello, camera. Let us focus our decluttering energies on this table. And these small bits of clutter, they add up. I'm not sure if this is really lined up or not. Let me just double check over here. It's pointing, yeah, it's pointing, that's, you can point a little bit higher. And I can see now how it's not lined up. Okay. All right. This is nail polish remover. This doesn't belong here. I will put it over here in this box. This is a cork. This is a cork that's intended to replace the cork that disintegrated in one of these bottles of scotch. Specifically this one, I think. I can smell it escaping. That's not good, because this is good scotch. I think someone, who gave this to me, or do we buy this? I see bits of cork floating in it, because this whole cork disintegrated. So we're wondering if we can just kind of replace it with the other one. A darn shame. Will it fit? It does fit. All right, that's an improvement. It would still fit in the box though. No. How far do I want to jam that in there? Are you supposed to store scotch so it wets the cork? Or maybe I just need to do this every once in a while. It might help, who knows. Or I store it without the bottle, which is not a bad idea. It still doesn't fit though, crap. So I'll push it down more. Are you able to pull it out without destroying itself again? I don't know. Oh, it just barely fits now. Maybe I should just get rid of these boxes. I'm keeping them because I thought the boxes are cool, but maybe when I'm not seeing the boxes, maybe I'm not drinking them. I think that's a good idea. I think I'll get rid of the boxes for these bottles. That will help save some room and also see them a little bit more. I don't even remember when I got this. It's not even open. Is this a gift? I need to find out about this. I think I'll leave this one in there. I used to have more scotch, but then like a friend visiting who was something of a drunk drank it all. So a lot of my nicer scotch, so some of my other liquor is gone. So anyway, well, this is a compelling reason to hold on to these. I think I'll get rid of these boxes. I'll throw these into the recycling area and be done with them. A little bit of decluttering achieved. Excellent. I like it. This was the thing that was really offending me though, this. But I think I have examples of brush strokes in here. That's what my dad made. I think it was this page, no? So I think I'll just keep one of those pages. These are all my practice strokes. Where did we put it? So, like, Dad brought over some brush painting stuff. He was studying calligraphy for a while. Back when I was a kid, he asked me if I wanted for him to bring anything from Taiwan, and I said, "Oh, could you make me a really cool, like, brush character stroke thing?" And he was going to make one when I was here. Well, he only spent one day, or a little bit of, maybe an hour, just looking at it. Yeah, I think this is the stuff that he did. So he had written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so these were the strokes that I wanted to remember. So I want to keep these 2 pages. So let's like preserve that and put it with the brush painting stuff. I'm kind of enjoying this happy bubble time streaming thing. For one thing, it's keeping me from just like being lazy and watching a movie. And I kind of feel that I'm doing, maybe even there's no one really watching right now. At some point, maybe someone will want to feel like someone else around there is doing some stuff that's kind of productive. Maybe this will impart some energy to someone watching later. I'm just cutting out these pages, and I'll put these in a scrapbook or something. For some reason, it's really difficult to cut. Not sure why. Maybe I'll try cutting it like this. It's just terrible paper. It's just regular newsprint. All right. So I think I'm also going to label these. Some more. These are all mine, so I can throw the rest of this away, I think. And I will do that right now. Throwing this into my recycling bin. Boom. And now I'm going to get a pen and I'm going to write on those sheets and describe what those were. There's actually someone watching. Hello, person that's watching. Hope you're doing something fun. In the background, I am trying to be productive, but not being productive on purpose. Maybe I could describe this as just keeping moving. So, I'm going to write down here. This was in November. I don't know if this is catching it. November 2017. Dad's brush stroke examples. Likewise from here. I think one of these is I think those are his too. I'm not sure if these are upside down though. And this is again November 2017. Dad's brush stroke examples. And I think he said that there's a character that had all the different kinds of strokes. A character that has all strokes, stroke types in it. All right. So I have these preserved, and now I will put that with the actual box that has all that stuff in it, which is where? Somewhere around here, I think on this pile of boxes is, there should be a box that has all the brush stuff in it. Oh, I see it over there. I think this next pile is like needs to be decluttered. These are empty boxes. These can go away. These are part of the mantle mount kit that I had to put downstairs. Okay, here we go. Throw this with the recycling. All right. Is tea ready to drink? Maybe. My dad found a giant rubber band. This is like an old Japanese lacquer box that I think he got from his Japanese friend. And I will put this in with the rest of the stuff that's used. So a little bit of some memory of Dad's stroke work here is now in this treasure box. And soon I will want to revisit the strokes and do that. Let me put this back here. That reminds me that I need to hang these brushes up. There's like another brush that's here that's part of these, but you want to hang these vertically. So they're like this, hanging someplace. And right now they're up here in my cat's ash shrine, which is over here. So like in this thing, I got this thing when Dad was here, because I wanted to basically hide all these brooms behind it. This is like a cheap thing that I got from Christmas tree shops for like $70. And you had to build it yourself. It's kind of trashy and junky, but it's good enough just to hold stuff. And so like in here, Kate's ashes, and then I just put all the stuff here. And all the other good luck charms are up here too. This is a optical linen tester, which probably doesn't need to be in there. So I'm gonna put this someplace else. Okay. Now there are some things I should put in there too, but I want to save that for one of the morning streams. So let's go back down here and look at the clutter that is here. So we've made a little bit of, oh, no, we're not done decluttering this side. So we want to make this look great. So this is a bunch of tea packs. It's the same tea as I'm actually brewing right now, except it's the loose leaf version of it. And that was living there. There's some scraps here. There's this box wine here that we got when Dad was here. Yeah, I don't really drink wine. So I probably should put it someplace where I'm gonna see it and drink it. I don't know what to do about it. I'll leave it just there for now. All right, let's call this area cleaned. After I'm done brushing this out, and let me clean out this. One minute. This is the coffee grinder. I'm just gonna, some coffee grounds have flopped out of it. Let's just clean this up a bit. Over here. And this should go over here. A little bit of dust. That was quite a bit of it back here. Declutter, declutter, declutter. I wonder if anyone else is doing any decluttering right now as they watch this. It's kind of funny to do these kind of things live. Like in my heart, I'm thinking that these are super boring. But at the same time, maybe it's serving some sort of purpose that I don't yet understand. It's not like it's really costing me anything. And certainly it's helping me do some of this cleaning things. I guess this is my simulated hangout time. All right, so we've got some stuff cleaned out here. I think I need to take the garbage out. So the next dripping bit of content, I'm gonna put this over here. That's cleaner. It's a little piece of junk. Let's survey the landscape. It looks like I have the wrong scene set up too. I guess you could bop that from over here. Actually, I should watch it. Could watch the stream on the live TV. Okay, but let me fill in the next bit of stuff that got done. So 4, we cleaned up the T station. We also clipped Dad's calligraphic brushstroke scratch paper and stored it with the other brush stuff. Okay, so that's what I got done. Let's see. All right, happy bubble time is now at 35 minutes of bubbling. Taking out the trash, does that count as happy bubble time? Should it? I don't know. It's what's on my mind. It's what I just kind of want to do. I'm feeling now I'm in a decluttering mood. And let me just do that. See how I feel about it. And let me switch back to the side-by-side view that I thought I was in. All right. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's do something about this spot here. You see me over there? Maybe. All right, this pair of scissors, this pen, that don't belong here. This goes with this. This is, I forgot why I bought this. My sister recommended this because of some sort of face peeling thing. It's part of this whole Korean skincare kick that we're in. Where do I put this? Let's put this here for now. Let's put this back in the kitchen. Actually, this stuff is kind of cosmetics related, as are these cotton balls, so we'll put these here. This doesn't belong here. This belongs over here by this coffee station. This is an empty wrapper. That's trash. This is trash too. These belong with Ethernet cable stuff. This belongs downstairs. This goes in the same place with these things. This $20 bill belongs in my wallet. This is my wallet. Let's see, what else is down here that needs work. I'm putting this in my wallet. So now I have cash, just in case I need cash. This belongs in the kitchen. This almond I'm going to eat as a reward when this is all done. These watermelon seeds belong in the kitchen. This cup belongs in the dishwasher. This goes in the manual drawer. Let's see with this, I think. This is different. These bags I'm going to use for cat litter later. Blah. I need to sweep that floor. Let's see. Okay. These shoes I'm gonna move here, which is where I'm hiding them during the day. So one of these piles needs to be a go downstairs pile, which will be this, because those all need to go downstairs. This I need to return, so I'm going to put this on my desk so I remember to do it. Put this here. This needs to go downstairs as well. Oh, very tedious. I forgot to refill this, so whoops, I just dribble into my tea. No. And it's hard, I can't fill it up because the sink is full of dishes. While that's happening, I'm still just doing the dishes there. I am going to take this trash bag out. Throw this out tomorrow when I had to move the car and do the snow plow. Over here, I'm getting another bag. Ugh. Why is it so small? The hell? Oh, good lord! Is this like a? Okay, now I'm pissed. There's no space to work in the kitchen. I should have turned the camera around, but didn't anticipate this issue. Everything's a mess. I'm refilling the humidifier, checking audio levels so we still have audio. These, now that I've uncovered this, I can throw these in here. This is sort of my snack section. Out of sight, out of mind. Let's move this over here. Let's move this over here. Now, I didn't realize that all these bags were separate. Why would you do that? Hey, look at that. They come in like these packets like this. These are like special garbage bags for this garbage can that I have. They're actually really nice garbage bags. I don't split apart when I take them out to the dump. So I think they're actually kind of worthwhile. All right, that's taken care of. Let's put this back. Let's swing the camera around so you can see this mess in my kitchen. Yes, the unvarnished existence. The modern American slob. Ugh, everything's falling down. That's a good reminder to slow down. Trash bag. Nothing up my sleeve. Clean, clean, clean. Why didn't they just make trash bags that would fit this exactly? I guess most of them do fit. And to Simple Humans' credit, they have made these are can designs so they can take any kind of regular kitchen bag. But these bags actually look are nicer. All right, everything's such a mess. Let's go back here. Whoosh. This needs to... I'm not sure where I should actually put these. Let me put these things in where they belong, which is on the other side of that table. This goes in my stationery thing. This is where I'll put this in my, no, I'll never find it there. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to put this in the tool case along with these. This goes over here. These are Ethernet cables. These should go in the cable box over here. The box labeled cables, cables, cables. And this is miscellaneous. Actually, all of this is related to now the cosmetic stuff building up. It's face moisturizer, glasses cleaner, sunglasses. I don't really have a place to put all this stuff. That's something I ought to solve. This is just cables that used to be on my desk. I should probably put these somewhere. I don't know what to do with them though. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put them where they were for now. This goes by the Christmas tree. And let's put this up here. And this thing was over here. Not ideal, but I can live there for now. Not sure what to do with all this stuff though. This is mail I have to look through too. I'll put this by my desk. Reminder, look at that. All right, this, I will put this on the stairs because I'm going to bring these upstairs. These things I will leave in the toolbox because I actually need to use these soon to fix the Ethernet cable I was running. So I had moved my PC upstairs and I'm running it like that. I don't know if you can see that, that white Ethernet cable is running from the router upstairs, but I haven't finished nailing it all down, so that's what these things are for. And so I'm just gonna put them in the toolbox. Back over here, I have actually a whole box of connectors for cable management. All right, stick that in there. I'm just noticing that this is where my battery recharger went. And I guess I'll leave it alone for now. That's not a good place because I will not see it. And then there's this mystery bottle of wine that I thought my sister had brought, but apparently she claimed she did not. I thought she had brought this for an event at one point. And, but apparently not. So we're gonna drink this, I think. And so what I'll do is I'll just stick it into the tea thing, which I actually haven't used before. Because there's some places for putting wine bottles. Oh my god, it works. Maybe that's how I should store the, I wonder if I can store the scotch this way too. Oh yeah, that totally works. Why didn't I do this before? I'm not used to having booze. Yeah, that works pretty well. I am pleased. I wonder if the same thing works with this other booze. There's some other things that are down here though. Let's see if I can dig them out. There's some of these tea glasses. Are these all the same? I think they are. I should give these away as prizes at some point. I can dig them out. Damn it. Still won't come out. Pain in the butt. Oh wait, this is a stupid thing of coffee. Let's get rid of that. That sucked. So what I'm going to do is going to move these flasks. What is this? This is some sort of rum. Let's put that there. This is some, oh, this is a sample pack of rum that my cousin had gotten one over here. And what is this? This is a very nice dry gin. Should I store it like that? Let's put these in the back. That actually clears up a lot of room. What is this? This is like some kind of that third sample. This is K-cups. I have a thing full of K-cups here. And this is one more of those things. This we'll throw away. This one we'll leave out so we can look at it. So I'll just throw this box out. Hey, cat. Cat is mesmerized by all the activity that's going on here. I'll bring this over to the other side. Just to see if someone said anything. Nope, no one said anything. So let's see, go back to the chat mode. So we'll look at this. I showed these off once before. These are things that my uncle gave to me last time, or one of the last times I was in Taiwan. And I should really leave one of these out and use this. This is a tea preparing thing. This is made of blown glass. It has like these interesting little wing details. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus on it. Yeah. So I think it's shaped like a. It's nice. Let's leave this out and we'll use this. In fact, we'll decant some tea into it. There's some sort of tea ritual I think we follow. All right, let's see. Let's check on the chat room and see if anything is going on in there. We still have audio levels. I think we do. All right, there's a new visitor to the chat room, Jenna Talia. Hello, Jenna. Let's see. People are asking, putter? What's puttering? Nothing going on in there, so let's go back to this. No one chatting in here. 2 people are watching. Hello, people. Hope you're having a productive Saturday, wherever you are. Maybe it's Sunday where you are. So let's go back to the decluttering stuff. Where we last left off, we were looking at my tea setup. And I was going to eat a nut. Let's swing this thing around again. Okay, so here's a question. What do I do with this lovely box? Math blown, borosilicate glass, dishwasher safe, microwave safe, stackable glasses. These are stackable? Those are not stackable. Keep drinks hot or cold. It's nice borosilicate glass though. It looks very fragile, but maybe it isn't. Let's see how it goes. I guess I will throw this away. It pains me to throw away packaging that's nice. But I've got 2 other ones that I can hold on to. And this nut, let us consume this nut. Uh-oh. That one didn't come apart very well. This is an almond I just toasted. The toasting seems to have destroyed. Well, maybe not. I thought maybe it would make it difficult to extract, but here's the almond. And it is delightfully toasted. I am pleased. Let's see how this tea tastes. In fact, I'll even use a teacup. This is Harney and Sons hot cinnamon spice tea. Tastes all right. Although I find that the loose leaf tea doesn't taste as good as their tea sachets. And if they're using a higher quality tea in it. And the sachets. Let's give it a little stir just to make sure that it was not thin or something. That is really nice to pour from, I had to say. It's a little bitter. It's a little cold though. And it has that weird kind of boiled water taste, which is not pleasant, not very pleasant, but I guess we'll leave that out. This I'm going to put in the kitchen. And I think it's time to de-bachelor the kitchen a bit. I forgot to put, I can put these on the stairs. Actually, we might put these all over here. This is going downstairs into the box that is full of card-related stuff. I'm not sure what to do with this. A place I usually store. Oh, okay. I'll store it with the rest of the cutting mats. Over here on the side, which you can't see right now, but trust me, that's where they're going. All right. So now we have something of a clean tabletop. Over here, this is a box of bills I need to sort and file. Let me put this over here for now, next to the place where they would be filed. Still not sure what to do with these things. I'm gonna put them to this table. Like this. These seeds go into the kitchen, if I'm gonna keep them. Is the oven still on? No, it is. Let's turn it off. I was thinking about making pizza. So, I think this is a pecan. It like crumbled. This might be over roasted. Tastes good. A little bit sweet tasting from the roasting. It's nice. It almost tastes like there's some caramelization going on. Do pecans have a lot of natural sugar in them? The reason why I've been buying these nuts to roast is that it's harder to eat them really fast. There's all this activity that happens, and it's kind of dissatisfying when you can extract the tender nut meat. All right, it looks like nut meat too. All right, so we're getting to this point where this table's starting to feel clean, and with the cleaner table, the environment is a little bit nicer. With the nicer environment, I start to feel a little better. So I'm gonna just kind of like organize the rest of this stuff back here. There's a bunch of magazines. Oh, this is a paper that my dad brought. Some more mail. Magazines. I need to figure out my magazine strategy. This doesn't belong here. Oh, pineapple cakes. I forgot about these. Dad got me these excellent pineapple cakes from Taiwan. These are really nice. But into the box they go. Out of sight, out of mind. These are toys. And this is like for Dad. Those will be stocking stuffers, so I'm gonna put these in the stockings. Just need to figure out how to store. I'll put this with the calligraphy stuff because I'll remember that by context. These are just travel cleanup packs with I thought they had like cheerful sayings on them. Maybe they don't have those. Does it just say on the outside package? I don't know. I'll just stick them in there anyway. Help pad out the Christmas stockings. I could have sworn that they said something cheerful on them. And the rest of this stuff, what is this? Our Christmas present-y things. Except for this is for me. Oh, this is what I was thinking of, wasn't it? These are the cheerful ones. Believe in yourself. Put those in there for now. This doesn't belong here. This belongs in the kitchen. I'll stick it back here. This whole kitchen's a mess. I need to fix that too. I need another nut. This is trash. This is trash. This is trash. This is a hazelnut. What's inside the hazelnut? Oh, I cracked this one really well. Take the husk off. Oh, look at it. It's amazing. It's a little bit over roasted, but still delicious. This is a hot dog bun that I'm going to stir in here. I need to figure out what to do with this. I think this I'll put downstairs too. This is like a hanging flower pot thing, but I'm not using it right now. It's like for an herb garden. So basically I'm making a pile of things that I'm going to take downstairs into the storage room. What is all this crap down here? I think we need a sweep. This on the ground is a Bluetooth to aux. What is this thing? No, this is just for power. It's a Bluetooth to auxiliary jack converter, but it really sucks, so I'm going to throw it out. It's just terrible. Very noisy. Oh, maybe I'll keep it. I'll put it in the laptop accessories. There's a laptop accessories box I have here. Into it goes. All right, so some other things to clean up. I'm gonna move out these mops. And I'm gonna just move these as a closet. I'll be back in a second. I'm walking over to the closet. I think one major improvement I made for 2017 was finding a home for everything. And a lot of things did have homes before, but I didn't have quite as many of them. You know, for example, by home I mean like this is where items of this category are supposed to be stored. Well, this stuff is temporary because this is like a Christmas staging area. So I'll move upstairs now. I was gonna go over this stuff. I went to, a friend took me to Ulta and was showing me how like makeup touch-up stuff worked. So this is like a pore filler in, it's a kind of primer. And this is like a concealer, so it makes all the red spots on my face go away. And there's like a brush, and this is like just a facial cleaner, this other thing over here. I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll just put this upstairs, like I keep saying I was gonna. And what is this? Clothes. I'll throw these down the stairs toward the laundry room. And let's brush all this stuff off the table onto the floor because I'm going to sweep the floor. Straighten this out a bit. Let me move this back here. We'll go downstairs too, I think. And now I'm going to pile and do some sweeping. Still not sure to do these magazines. jacket needs to be hung up. Now, as boring as this stream is, as far as I'm concerned, it's a little bit better than having just to do this like just by myself. I feel that one thing that's interesting when I'm cleaning stuff is it seems easier to clean if someone else is there doing it with you. So make these videos as a background video for people who might be cleaning themselves. At least someone's talking to you, even if you're not saying anything. It keeps me occupied. All right, so now I have this broom here. Let's sweep up a little bit. There's a lot of crumbs. Crumbs. And this will make me feel better, I think. Just getting all this stuff out. Gotta sweep around this cable though. It's irritating. Why is everything such a pain in the butt? Why is everything such a pain in the butt? It feels so much better being able just to sweep. I guess I do need to spend more time doing this. Maybe happy bubble time will become more of a ritual. Streaming happy bubble time is kind of neat. If we got like a Google Hangout going and we were all doing this, that might be fun too. I'm gonna need to move this camera. We can get behind it. A little pile of dust over here. Okay. That's not bad. And now we get to exercise the primary function of this shrine thing, which is to hide this broom. Something else back here. Here we go. Hidden. Don't have to see it. This belongs in the kitchen. And I need to do something about all these things at some point. These are things that I need to frame. What is this in the way? Okay. That is something of an improvement. Where did all this stuff come from? All this additional schmutz just appeared out of nowhere. I have another sweepy thing. Where's the other sweepy thing? Oh, that's weird. Just lost all the focus on the other camera. Oh, the back of my hair looks terrible. Maybe I'll comb it and see if it looks better. So a little decluttering. Where did this dust have come from? There's more dust here. What? Who's sworn I just swept this all up? Maybe it's stuck to the bottom of this microphone stand. It's possible. Put this over here. All right, we have a modicum of cleanliness. Just seeing a whole bunch of other dust over there that we're not going to worry about right now. Okay, where are we right now? It's time to drink some tea as a reward. I'm gonna leave these up for now because it feels clean. Have myself some tea. So for the next bit of happy bubble time testing, I'm going to try combing my hair and see if it makes a difference. I've been trying to grow it out in the back just to see what it looks like. I guess I should shave too. Since the hair on the top is gone, it's interesting that you can see me walking away and then coming on this side. All right. So I usually don't see the back of my head, which is maybe part of the problem. But, actually, how do I even see the back of my head? I guess I could bring the other camera here and look that way. This might be an interesting technique. So I'm going to point this at the back of my head and go to split view. Now I can see the back of my head and my terrible posture and my lack of a chin. I'm not sure. Oh my God. It's like this weird. All right. That is so weird. It's this giant unkempt. Ow! Ow! I guess I should condition or something. Would it really make a difference though? This is so horrifying. I don't know. Maybe I just need to shave it all. I was curious to see how healthy the hair was. Actually, combing it seems to make a difference. Bachelor discovery #1. Top of the hair is pretty much gone. It's not getting any longer, it's not getting any thicker. This stuff is just dry and feathery. I wonder what people do to tamp it down. And do they go to the side? It just looks nasty. How short should it be though? One thing I am noticing is like there's this weird ridge in the back of my head right around here that when I shave it, it looks strange. Let's see if we can get a better angle on it. No, but not with the backlighting. I guess I have to. Oh, I gotta see the back of my head. I need to get some light on it. Maybe I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to turn my head so I can still see the screen and remain forward. Maybe I'll remain forward. And maybe if I take this keyboard thing off. What is this service card? Your Facebook review is important. This sounds like BS. So I can actually take this entire shelf off the cart, and then I can get much closer, and maybe I can light the back of my head so I can see what the hell's going on. It's kind of difficult. All right, so maybe this works. All right, so one thing to note, like right around here is a weird fold of skin that when I shave my head close, which I used to do, it would sort of look me this weird bump. One nice thing about having the long hair back there is that covers it up, so maybe that suggests that I cut it to about here. And so next time I get my hair cut, I can get it cut shorter. That's a possibility. I should really go and see Kim in Danvers. He used to cut my hair back when I had more of it, she might know some clever way of shaping this so it doesn't look so terrible. But from the front, it's not so bad because it's all face. It's just the back looks so strange. It doesn't look purposeful. Okay, let's put this shelf back in. So we can take this down. All right, let's have another look at this. Oh, yeah, this will be fine if I do this. So I can look. I'm looking at the monitor here just to see what's going on. That's weird. It sort of flares out. I don't think it's gonna get. And then like the back of the neck here. So the shape of my hair loss seems to be starting. It's like this band that happens. I've never actually seen it. It's kind of looking like a helmet in the back. So maybe this does need to be feathered down, starting from below the fold here. I don't think it's gonna get any better. It just looks so ratty. Oh well. And then this side here looks weird. What's going on with that? What's going on with my hair? You can see how bad my complexion is too. I've never seen the top of my head like this before. It's like, is there two bands of loss? It's like right here. This is like a secondary loss area. It's a little thicker, and then the whole entire front is gone. And this whole back here is just like gone. And then like over here, it's kind of fading too. Right around here. It's very fine. Not very long. Looks terrible. Even if I comb it, maybe I need to use some sort of gel product. I want you to be mass unwatching now because this is kind of horrifying. You can see where I could use a spot concealer, like on these like bumps and stuff. These scars from when I had like that dermatologist thing that removed these bumps. Still red. So, yep. So what's the takeaway? It's this long thing here. So how can I convert this into something that looks neater and more purposeful? I am getting this helmet head thing going on back here, which is not good. All right, let's stop tormenting viewers here. And let me write down a few things that have been done. This is like cleaned up the dining table and swept the floor near dining area. Took out the trash, or actually changed trash bags. And then as a new thing, analyzed hair loss patterns. Grim. Ugh. Sometimes you just need to face those hard truths. Now, finding the right way of handling this, and so it looks neater, that's generally what I want to happen. You know, it'd be nice. I wish I could have these long flowing locks, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, so I'm going to find like what the ideal shape is, and maybe there's a more deliberate shape that I can put around like the ears or something. Okay, well, this is a happy bowl time, so I can allow to like, let's see if we can find some examples of haircuts for bald men. Haircuts? Haircuts for thinning hair, let's say. These are all women. They look like they have plenty of hair. All right. Yep, Jude Law. All right, who's that? I don't know any of these people. So I have significant hair loss. These guys still have hair. Like over the front. So this is, I don't even have this much hair. This dude is it's more what I'm looking at. Men's Hairstyle Web. That sounds like a legitimate publication. Come on, these are terrible. These men have hair. Wishful thinking. Daniel Craig is losing his hair. What does he do? Okay, I'm using DuckDuckGo search. It's probably a mistake. Haircut, balding man. Alright, this is more like it. Who is that? So these guys have like really close cut hair. That guy still has a lot of it. Woody Harrelson's losing his hair. I lost it already. They're going with close cropped hair. Well, one reason I am growing my hair longer is because, okay, this is more what I'm looking at. Is that Prince Henry? Or one of those Prince dudes? I need a real 360 view of things, not these front views. So like this guy here. Anyway, I was saying that the one reason I was growing my hair longer, because I had it shaved really close, and when I go to Taiwan, the people who have those shaved close haircuts are people who have just gotten out of prison. And it's a strong association with it. And so it actually makes it a little bit difficult to kind of move around and like not be threatening. So I was growing it out just so I could like blend in a little bit better. So finding a nice medium ground. I mean, like, what's this guy doing here? No, that's, well, he has facial hair to bring it off. I have no facial hair. This looks like another terrible social media BS post. Look, all these things, all of these are SEO plays. None of these are like really decent websites. There is just not any good resources for this. Actually, that suggests that if I can figure this out, I could probably get some SEO dollars on this. Matt Lauer. So the impression I'm getting is like I'm not going to find any easy answers here. This is one of those categories of information that's filled with BS if you look or ask anybody. So it's going to be up to me to determine it. All right. I guess I could try photoshopping this. All right, let me get a good side view and just like make a screenshot of that, and I will look at it later. Okay, so I'm looking at this. Let me move the camera over this side. So I'm looking for the good profile. You can just see the, it's okay, let's see if I can get a straight profile, see what my head looks like. That's so weird looking. I'm going to Command Shift 4. Oops, wrong one. Let me do it over here. Ugh. Horrible. This would be a good study just to see. Screenshot like that. Let me so I got a 3/4 view. Alright, so those would be my references for, oh, I didn't get the face in there. That was important. I need to see like the back 3/4 profile. Okay, does that look good? A little bit lower. Oh, shit. Alright. So I have some reference screenshots that I can use later. How come I can't select this? I got the wrong fucking screen. Alright. So the internet has failed us once again. So let's look at those screenshots, why don't we? So I'm going to go, am I still on the screen? Okay, I'm back to screen. I am going to check. Let's open these up in Photoshop. That's a trash. These screenshots can go to the trash. And that's opening up. Let's create a new file. Great. And we have these two screenshots. And let's clip these to size. This one is 3 3/4, and then this one is side. All right, let's take a look at this. So some of these weird facial structure elements will go away as I lose weight. I'm not sure how much weight I can lose in the chin area here. Ears are funny shaped. So looking at the flow of the hair, this maybe can be cleaned up if I just shave this down. This area up here, I just want to keep some length to it. And the important part is right around this part here. Oops. Right around this part here, there's a weird bump in the back of my head. It's right around here. I think it bumps out. It's actually almost like another ridge like this. So there's a bump in the back of my skull right around here. And I kind of want to hide that. Let me save this someplace. Personal, let's call this a new project, isn't it? What will I call it? This is sorting backwards. We'll call it, let's create a new style category. Style haircut. And this will be 27, or let's say December 09, 2017. Max hair length. 6 months growing it. And it's sad, right? Nothing really happened. So there's this zone here, and then there's this zone back here. Now, I don't know what can be done to cover that lump, so it's a problem. I mean, so I'm looking at this slope here. What's the best way to accentuate the shape of my head? I mean, there's nothing to be done about it. I didn't realize the front of my face was so flat, too. That's interesting. And like this lump here is like significant. There's my face kind of like almost looks like it's concave. Let's look at the three-quarter back view. It doesn't look so bad. If it was just cleaned up a bit, maybe it just feathering it at the bend would be okay. A little bit of feathering, but keep it darker. Maybe the minimum darkness is around this. You just don't want to see too much scalp. So it becomes like this decorative flag element or something like that. And maybe the shape ends up looking I don't know. How do you handle this transition area here? This is my forward bump. This is a really weird shape. It's weird to look at your own head. In the front you don't notice it, but maybe people don't notice it at all. It's very disturbing. Try not to feel bad about it, but because this is my head, what can you do about it? So, having looked at that sobering, grim reality that is my head and my thinning hair. I mean, lots of dudes go to hats. I actually do have a hat. Let's take a look at the hat with light of this new information about the weird shape of my head and the sad state of my hair. Now, one problem I have is I never can find a hat that's big enough. This is an extra large hat, I think. I got this as more of a Halloween costume thing, but as I'm trying to figure out what is my personal style, if I wanted to have one, what would it be? Suddenly everything changes. Okay, let's take a look at this. Now let's go to Oxcam view. It hides like the weirdness of it. I mean, it still feels a little bit too, where is it supposed to sit? Is it supposed to be straight on your top of your head like this? I don't know, that seems weird. It tends to want to sit back because I have this weird bony ridge that's in front here. So maybe this head's actually too big. Maybe it needs to be a little bit smaller so it sits more on top of my head. I hadn't thought of that. So then if it was like that, then I would be sitting more like this, instead of like this. Ah, I have learned something here. So this hat actually is too big for me because it sits back like this. And no one has ever pointed that out to me. Unless the hat is supposed to be like that. How are hats supposed to look? Anyone in the chat room know? Let me ask. All right, chat peoples. Is a hat supposed to be... Hey, here's a random question. When you wear a hat, is it supposed to be level when looked from at the side? I'm wearing a bowler hat. I suspect it actually is too big. Not too small, as I originally thought. I don't know if anyone would really notice. Maybe this, I don't know. It's if it fit more like up like this, it would have more of like a, you know. Maybe I just had to wear it a little bit, but then it starts hitting the ridge that's at the top of my brow. I don't know what to think. Don't know. Okay. You can see where happy bubble time can go in many different directions. And you know what? Doesn't look like I'm bald wearing the hat. It's like, surprise! And then like this, see, you don't even know. You can figure out what kind of glasses you want to wear with this. Although in this day and age, maybe you can't wear a bowler hat all the time. So when it's slicked back like this, it almost looks like a different hat than when if it's like straight like this. Maybe you can look in for some, well, this is where the internet will come in handy. Let's look at bowler hats. Bowler hats for men. Hey, look at this dude here. How are they fitting? See, this guy who was wearing his hat sloped back. It's very high on his forehead, though, like this. And frankly, don't like it. No, sir, don't like it. Same with this dude. This guy's wearing it more straight on. Okay, so here's an actual profile shot. So his is going back some. He doesn't. It's actually quite a bit over his. Maybe that's how you are supposed to wear it. But then this guy is wearing it more straight. This guy, it's going sloped way down. That's a derby hat. And but this guy looks like he has his hats. It's fairly high up on his head. It's fairly straight. It's more like this. It's very high. Look at this guy. Yes. Yeah. So I guess I need to find the angle of my hat before I decide on this. What looks best on me? This guy's wearing it very straight. Again, this is DuckDuckGo, which doesn't have the best image search. Bowler hats for men. Let's just say, look, it's much improved. This guy has the brim down low. Look, these guys have them straight to the side. This is that other weird looking one. There's much more hat variety than I thought. This guy has a lean back. You know, I don't like the lean back look. That's cute on her, but leaning forward has more of a manly sense. See, this is totally. His is very straight. It looks like. It looks very even. I wonder if I can actually pull a profile view out of this somehow. Roller hats profile. Yeah, look at this guy. Now this guy is, so it's going straight across. This guy, he's also kind of leaning forward on that one too. Maybe it's an angle of the head thing. I've often wondered if the way you hold your head has like been ingrained with you just by the way you stood all your life. So my posture might have spoiled my way I hold my head up. I can still train that. Still not. Bowler hat. Style. Let's just see what shows up. These are more full bodies. Just trying to get a sense of how people are wearing it. Some of these pictures we've seen before. The chat room said anything. And again, it is Saturday night. That's a cute look. Well, I think the one takeaway is that the angle of the hat is something that you can choose. And maybe I prefer more of a straight up look, but does it look strange? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I can shape this hat. And so it feels a little bit better if it's not like this. I was kind of wearing it down like this. And if my head's not straight, it feels a little bit better if it's a little bit up more. If it's a little bit head straighter on. Maybe when I'm looking at it, it's like this back part and the neck. I kind of want them to meet. or to have a smooth silhouette. I feel like standing more like this. I guess, okay, so maybe I just had to wear it here, top of that, and just kind of make it fit. It doesn't fit quite right. It needs to be shaped a bit. Actually, that's already made a difference. So I can like put it right here, top of that bony brow ridge. That's kind of like the anchoring point. See, it looks a little better, I think, than with those kind of more sloped back, or maybe I'm imagining it. Just like a little bit of an angle difference seems to make a difference. So this is where I kind of want it. All right, let's like really lean into this head and shape it. Yeah, that's all I needed to do. It was just like really kind of shape this hat the way I wanted it. And putting it backwards, this is the back. See, it's already fitting better. Well, hat's a look for me, but what would I wear with this? It does kind of solve some of the hair problems until I take my head off. I just need to clean this up though. Well, too bad we can't get away with these hats anymore. I don't know. All right, let's add this more to this thing. 9, did some hat fitting. Explored bowler hat angles. Fit and angles for style. That's actually kind of good to know. I'm going to shape the hat more. Kind of like the width of it is something that I kind of want to know about. Should it be more flat like this, or should it be all more curly? Kind of like it out a little bit more, just because my head's already so round. Okay, I want it to sit more forward like this. I don't think there's much I can do about that. I just can push this hat in like here. Just needs some softening, maybe. I feel kind of silly now. Alrighty. Oh, it's at an angle. How roguelike. Alright. Where am I going to store this now? Maybe I should move the... While I'm at this, maybe I should go and move the printer. But I should look into some more hats. Maybe there is a hat for me somewhere. I'm kind of encouraged by this whole bowler hat thing. So knowing where to wear it, because the advice I was getting from people, you just find the hat that looks right on you. Oh, that looks good. And, you know, but it's, you know, maybe look 80% good or 70% good, not 80 or 90% good. And also, you know, the whole graphic designer sense comes in. It comes down to you have to decide what you like and know why you like it. For me, I'm a little bit more discerning, I think, about that kind of stuff. All right, let me move that to the camera over here. So we'll move on to the next bit of happy bubble time, which is continuing to make these small improvements in my house. Let's see if that's working okay. Yep, that looks all right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this printer. see if that's a good angle. You can see the printer up there, or the 3D printer, that is. Let me switch to the view. Go back to split view. Let's move this a bit. Okay, that looks good. So you should be able to see the printer in the left. I'm going to try and move it down there. So what I was thinking was that I could move the printer get some more room here onto the side table here. So this area was where I was going to keep the 3D printer. And so I was going to start to clear off all this stuff up there. Not sure it's a good idea, but we'll see what it looks like. The reasoning being that when it's down there, you can actually use it. And this dining area is really a hybrid dining area. It's an area both for eating, which is like this section, and doing projects. Right now I have all these Christmas presents over here, so it's kind of eating up this side table, but I'm the only one here living right here right now, so it might be all right. And let's just wear the hat. Maybe this will be my thing. If it looks stupid, someone please tell me so I don't do this. Okay. Oh, I found this. I was wondering where this went. These are the party lighting that usually I have going on in here, but I haven't been doing it lately because I've been just moving things around. Now, if I can somehow get that, this will be a challenge. I'm not sure I'll be able to move this thing from this side. I'll have to go over the other side and move it. So moving over here, can I reach it from here? Let's move this thing down. Let's take this top off. Oof. And there's that. Another party light. Let's move this next to the other party lights. Here. Let's move this down just so it's on the way. Here's the other party light. So this one I should mount on the ceiling or something like that. That will come in time. It should be going right there. Now let's get the rest of this thing down. I powered this thing in over a year. This is a Mod T. I've got this for 150 bucks. These are new 300 bucks. This is like the first cheap, industrially designed 3D printer come out as a Kickstarter, or it was an Indiegogo thing. It would actually be nice to get back into this. Start designing some stuff. Start using some of that software. There's a lot of dust on top of that. Where's the dusting thing here? Let's get the dust off it. Let's move this over. I actually wanted to do this move for quite some bit of time. It's nice to finally get this out of the way. I think maybe after moving this, I should move on to one of the other projects. We'll close off Happy Bubble Time by making the version 4 Mission Task Planner release for Patreon supporters, which is something I promised I would do. Haven't gotten to it. Should do it now. So, okay, this thing's down here now. And grab some of these things here. What's this doing here? This pair of headphones. There's a lid for this. It's over here. Just gathering up some of the junk that's over here. Put those headphones here for now. This I don't know what to do with. This box, I'm gonna put all those other cables in. These things here. Actually, I can put a few of the party lights in this. Will it fit? Yep. Along with these. Good. It all fits in there. What's this though? This is power for something. Okay. So I have the party lights relatively contained in one place. And this I'm going to take to Goodwill. That's one that will have to have it. I don't think I need it like cluttering up my house, or I'll store it downstairs. Let's do that. There's some space I can put this. There's an interesting reference for alternate reality gaming. All right, so that clears up this stuff up here a bit. Let's dust that off. And that opens up the possibilities for opening up some of these other spaces with things. But what? This doesn't belong here. Put this away. These are in my stationery drawer. Hey cat, it's time for your eat. Not yet. There are a few things I can move around here. Actually, I can access this box now. There's nothing in that. I can move one of these boxes down there, or certainly this one. What's in this? A bunch of weird cables. This is actually an interesting map thing. This probably should go into this. Will it fit? It will. I need to sort through this little mobile desk thing soon. Well, that fits for now. Good. There are a few things in the car that I should get. It might be just nice to have this thing clear. Let's move this typewriter over here. And let's take this. No, I need that to be there. This stuff I should just throw out. This hedgehog, does this hedgehog need to be here? Groundhog, I mean. He's kind of a mascot. He can go over here. Sit over there, groundhog. This stuff we'll throw away. This is stuff that goes upstairs. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Starting to feel a little better about the space. There's a bunch of coins here. What am I going to do with those? There's a bunch of... I do need to fix this. There's a bunch of junk here that I wish it wasn't here. Is this empty? Yes. Well, we've made a dent. here for now. It's still kind of a mess back there. It's not so bad. All right, so where are we now? How's the hat look? Oh, I don't have the other view here. It's sort of, so now it's like at least starting to like fit on the sides of my head. And I just need to crunch it up more. Make it longer. Breaking the band, I suppose. It's still quite stiff. And up front too. Hope I'm not destroying the thing by doing this, but soon it will conform to my head. Oh, data says the hat looks good. Thank you. I feel less self-conscious. What does it say, though? Does it say I'm a banker? Or I could put a big meatball up here or something. All right, so what else are we doing? So I moved 10. Move the 3D printer to the auxiliary side table. Cleared the top. And then we also cleared the top of the little calyx disc. Does it look better? It looks a little cleaner, but I think I can put something that's more purposeful up there now. Something that's a little bit nicer to look at. Ideally, all that stuff that's on the calyx will go into this side thing over here when I have replaced it with a bookshelf. Or I can tuck it over here and move some of the books into the bookshelf. But it will give me another good 10 cubic feet of storage. So I can like move some of this junk out onto the shelves. Because ideally I would like to be able to like look through this thing to the other side so it doesn't feel so oppressive. Oh, you know what I did get? I did get some stuff from IKEA yesterday. I was trying to buy the shelf unit yesterday, but they were out of stock. And those won't be back in stock until tomorrow. I should send this to my cousin. I think I will do that. Where do I put this? Christmas present pile. Grab this nut. Here's my iPhone holder. Oh, Data Ink Spring says, "Lol, it says you are cool even if you were a banker." Well, that's mighty kind of you to say, ma'am. I need to get my non-banker hat now. Putting some clothes, shoes, stuff away. Actually, I'm looking for a little box here. This will do. I'm gonna mail this to my cousin for Christmas. This old Xbox controller. I think I'll be able to use it. I should be able to pair to it. I think it already has the pairing thing. I think. I'll ask if he has one. Alright, so that's Christmas present. I'm going to run to the car and get these things I bought and see if that helps clear up all this stuff that's over here. So I'll be right back. 1 second. It's cold out. I need shoes. Alright, so I'm going to go out that way. You can see what a mess it is out there. And I need my shoes. Don't want to wear my ballet shoes because they'll get all messy in the snow. Let's go with that. Looks ominous. Alright, so let's go out. I'm going to head out there. Wear my hat. Hope I don't see any of them McCoys out there. These shoes. All right. Hey, kitty. I don't know if the sound will cut out. This sound's supposed to be good for about 300 feet. In a clear day with line of sight. So you might lose audio a bit. Hopefully it won't like make a terrible squeaking noise. I'm assuming you can hear me now. Can you see me? Where's the... Where did I put the... Oh, it's right here. I thought it was behind there. So yeah, can you hear me? I don't know. Heading out the front door. Snow! Package! Oh, I forgot about this. It's an awful snowy looking out there. Ah! Ugh. These are not the shoes to wear. Because the car tried to kill me. When the cold weather, the pneumatic, the thing that holds up the hatch in the back doesn't work very well. Oof. Alright, so I got these things at IKEA. Let's bring this camera back. Is anyone else working on anything cool? Alright, so I have these. So this is a Calyx shelf unit from IKEA. And they sell a variety of inserts for it. They can go in those cubby holes. For example, those blue boxes that are there. And they constantly introduce new ones. So, though I failed to acquire the shelf unit I wanted yesterday, so I had to get this thing, which is something that will fit into the Calyx unit and allow you to stack electronics on it or something. But what I want to use it for is to better divide up this horizontal space. Right now I'm using a half of one of these X holder things. This will go back downstairs. And this should go, just fit right in here. Oh, it locked, no, okay, it does. And so now I can put things under this, like so. Oh, ho, 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 so much better. And I can still put things on top of it. Badoom. Maybe put like these pencils up there. No, that won't work. I don't know why this Garmin GPS is in here, but this should go back out to the car. So let me move this to the car thing. Maybe I should get like a cool steampunk long coat, and I can wear this. I can walk around and be that weird dude who wears the bowler hat. These are glasses related things. This is like a nail thing. And the other thing I got was this, which is a new wire basket that you can put your mail in. And I'm always looking for some way of storing my mail so I can see it. A nice wire basket might be the way to do it. Okay, so here's the wire basket. And allegedly it just fits over on top somehow. Oh, it probably has to go down here. I guess I had to put it here. But that's where the cat gets to walk through. All right, well, let's try moving it down here. I make some space here. These stupid coins. Oh, I can put the coins up in this thing. That's a good pain in the ass. I do like this gray thing. This thing is awesome. This saw is a huge problem. Now this metal basket thing, I think it just slides in like this. What is this? No, this is an empty box. This doesn't belong here. It flies all the way back, and I think this just claps on the other side. Raise this thing up. It swings around and it holds it in place. Not very securely, it looks like, but that looks like it might work. Maybe I can just move all these things down here and still have some space for things. This is film. What is this? This belongs over here. Here's a box that's too nice to throw away. I should throw it away though. This belongs in this cosmetic eye care box. This glue belongs downstairs. This box I'm going to throw away. This Kleenex will go in the bathroom. Be gone, box. Get a little bit of tea. That's good stuff. So I wanted to have this passageway clear because the cat will sometimes move through it. Is there anything in this box that's worth keeping? I really just want to keep the box, but because I like boxes. Is there anything in here that I need to keep? I should just get rid of it though, because it just clutters up the house. I am never going to look at this box again. Here's like some instructions. Is there a warranty card? Did I already register this? What is this? You break it, replace it, add GoPro coverage within 60 days. So you can buy. No, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out. Yeah, this is a terrible box. But this box probably cost them. I bet this box is like $5 or $6 of production stuff. If I were to try to make a box like this, it probably would cost me $50. With custom molded acrylics. Things are just expensive. Okay, throw this out too. I guess I can put this, where am I going to put that? I'll put this up here. I guess I can't quite clear everything out yet, so I'm going to have to seal off the cat's escape path. I guess I'll just put this all up here. I do like this thing a lot. That actually fixes a huge number of problems for me. This gray thing. This is video stuff. This doesn't belong up here. Where does it belong? It doesn't fit in the... It's a bunch of empty boxes. Maybe this should go downstairs too. And I'll move the cables box down there because I don't really get into this one a lot. There. You actually see with this box. This is the laptop accessories box. And this is just a bunch of empty stuff. Maybe I'll move this. This is a bunch of lamps, candles, light. I should label it. The labels in here. Let's see them. And I'll also stick this box in there too. That'll work. So I'm thinking about moving this down here. And it's not maybe the best, this may not be the best place for it, but will that fit? No. What is this? This should go into my museum of, maybe I need to move this over to this side. I move this column will become the, I guess this is sort of turning into the office corner now. And then I think these things will be over here. There's a staging area. Move this down here. Move the camera gear here. Doesn't feel too good. I'll put the camera here. If the camera's here, I can reach it easily. These boxes I don't know what to do with. This is a nice box. This is a really nice box. This is a beautiful box. I should keep this box as an example of when I want to have a beautiful box made to price it based on this as an example. I'll put the meter back into it. Okay. Beautiful boxes. Oops, I still forgot about this box. What was I going to do with that? Oh, water just fell out of my hat from all the snow that was in it. Ooh, that was exciting. These are just empty boxes, so I'm going to move these downstairs. In fact, there's another empty box over here that I should get rid of. Oh no, I moved them all already. So I'm going to move this back a little bit. And you know, I can probably put this stuff up here too. I'm going to put Dad's calligraphy stuff here. What else can go down there? That's not so bad. Things are starting to find homes. I probably need to make a cubby just for beauty stuff, though. So I could look and see what's in here. There's an ot light and some compressed air. And I don't even know what this is. But as I look in there, I feel my happy bubble time diminishing. So maybe we'll do that some other day. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is move some of this mail over there. So this will go into this mail basket. Yes. And what was this again? These are light things. Not sure what to do with this. I guess I'll just put this back for now. Unless there's a space on this side I can put in. But that will open up once I get the bookshelves in. Then this stuff will be available. I think I should get another one of those gray things though for this side. Yeah, so that's gonna have to wait. Until I can throw this out. All right, small improvements have been made to storage. Still not ideal, but I've got some things going on. I'd really need stuff on the wall though to really pick this place up. That's what's missing. Looks kind of empty. So that will add some character to the space, I think. You know, this hat is kind of growing on me. Now that I've got it shaped to my head more, and I know what angle I want it at. I mean, it's almost as good as having hair, I suppose. Although I'm wearing a hat inside the house. I'll try wearing it out sometime. See what that's like. But you know, I probably don't want to just wear this t-shirt with it. I probably need to find like a cool jacket. Something old-timey, structured. All right, so that's a direction at least. Didn't think I was going to go this direction, but let's try it out since I'm in this whole identity searching phase anyway. Putting these in the nail polish collection. This video thing, I'm still not sure what to do with it. I guess I'll put it up here with the cameras. That would make sense. These glasses. All right, one last thing to do is for just cleaning up stuff, which is to finally plug this thing in, which is a industrial grade lightning protector thing. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Let's have to figure out like how this is set up. We'll move this thing back a bit. I think I need to sweep the floor here too. So big TV, new, expensive. Don't want it to blow up. I need to sweep that area too. There's a lot of cat litter that's been tracked around. Sweep up a little bit here. Is there anything else I want to talk about today? As I was mentioning, I was going to work on the ETP Patreon version so people can finally have a look at that, the V4. And then I need to do a lot of promotion for the V4 pads that are on Amazon right now, but I don't think people realize are available. water is dripping out of my hat. So just like seeping into this cat litter that's come out of the cat litter box. So don't grind it into the floor and scratch it up. Okay, so how do I have this set up? TV is plugged into this thing over here, I think. So over this side, on top of that table, a bunch of things. Let's move this out of the way. Ugh. What are these? More mail. Put this in here to process. I love that thing. This bag. What's this? I'm walking through the area here and thinking how much nicer it is as this part is cleaner. I've been sort of letting everything go to hell for the past few days because I've been just trying to get my head together about job-related stuff. What am I going to do with this? This is lighting. Where's the other one? Let's put it up here for time being. This is going to be for the cat trash thing. This is a sticker. Simply Sound. This is a picture of my RP character. Remember to always be nice. I should put this up place somewhere cool. Let's lean up over here now. This swirler is not supposed to be here. This calculator should be on top of the other calculator desk stuff. I really like that gray thing too. What is this? This is a piece of paper I was writing important things on. It's blank. Put this over here. This is for the cat. I'm going to clean up the litter box later. And now we are left with this. This is my current surge protector. It's plugged into this one here. Let's take off this hat because there's water in it. Yeah. There's a lot going on under there. Okay. We're not going to be using this anymore. And I need to pull all this crap out. What's all this junk? What the hell is this plugged into? Rerouting electrical. One of my least favorite things to do. Whoa. That's on top of my head. Alright, so I'm going to unplug this thing here and then plug this thing in someplace. So it's going to be the main power surge suppressor. It's supposed to take direct lightning strikes as opposed to these other lesser devices. And this is down here. Network. Kind of a mess back here. What is this? What is it plugged into? Is it still plugged? feel something pop. Something pulled out from something. Now I see what happened. Pain in the ass. Pop. Cables. This is a little easier to get at. This fucking table. What is this? This is the TV. What the fuck is this? This is the network. What the fuck is this plugged into? It's the Mac. What the fuck is this thing? Alright. What's all of this shit? Okay, now we need to fix all this shit. Theoretically, I don't need this power cable thing anymore. This thing I should just Velcro to the bottom of this tray. I just don't see it, anything. Why is this all messed up? I could like just put it right in the back of the TV itself. Let's get it out of the way. It's not. Oof. All right, so I need to plug something into that box. Then I need to plug that. So I need to plug the box in first. I need to unplug this crap. I need to unplug this. What the hell is this? This thing's unplugged. I don't even know where it's going. Let's find out where that's going. This is going to whatever this thing is. This giant pile of cables. Let's plug this. Let's move this out of the way for now. I see another person for some reason is watching this. Hello, person. I am decluttering stuff. This is happy bubble time. Randomly doing things. Good background stuff if you're doing your own work. Can suffer along with me and get stuff done. Right now I'm plugging in this series mode surge eliminator. And let's see, where am I going to put this? I guess I'll plug it in here. I don't like how all those things are exposed on it though. Okay, let's just see how it works though. I'm going to plug this into here. Eventually, once I get that table in the corner replaced with a bookshelf, then I can figure out how to set this TV up permanently instead of having it on the standing table. But before I can do that, what is this? Oh, this is the TV. What is that? Jeez. There's a zillion cables back here. This is all temporarily routing, so it's not very cleanly set up. I'm tempted to fix it now, but God. Alright, so this is plugged in here. Let's figure out the rest of this. So this giant tangle of cables now has to plug into that. Oh, there's so many cables back here, it's maddening. Put this in here. That made a terrible terrible noise. And okay, looks promising. So now this entire power strip is protected by the surge eliminator, which means I can now safely plug the TV into it. And it should be fine. Find a place where it doesn't seem particularly like a... Okay, that's plugged in now. Now what else needs to go into there? Oh, the schmutz that just fell down. Oh my god, this is terrible. I need to route all this shit. I hate cables. And a speaker cable here that's tangled up and everything too. And what is this? What is this? Oh, this is a power cable for that. At least it came with its own Velcro thing. Although it's way too fucking long. Good Lord. That's awful. This thing has to move someplace. This is the network cable. Oh, the Mac Mini needs to be plugged back in too. But thankfully, it can be plugged in right into the power strip now without this auxiliary crap that was going on. Although its cable too is too big wrapped thing. Okay, that's plugged in. Let's jam this up back in here. It'll be nice to get the actual AV stuff in here. And let's put, I can stuff the networking back in here. It'll fit. And actually it does fit, that's good. Small miracles. And then this thing can go up here again. And actually this is much cleaner now. At least the number of, how much of junk that's up here is diminished quite a bit. Fuck, I almost fell down again. This is a bad connection. This is not a great quality power strip. I might have to replace it with something better. So let's hope they're going to stay put. It's those giant jumble of cables here that I will have to prettify. Where's the other plugs on this? Okay, and then what's this long ass thing? Can I do anything about this? This is no longer happy bubble time. This is pain in the ass cable time. I'm just getting angry. Unfortunately, that means I might have to put happy bubble time to an end, unless I can somehow get back the mood. Maybe just angry bubble time. That might work. Alright, this is kind of in place. I don't know why there's so many cables down here now. This is the, oh, this is an audio cable. What is this? This is the Ethernet cable. And what's all this shit? That's all audio related stuff, which would be hidden by the audio cabinetry that OEO eventually put in. In the meantime, it's just gonna sit there and look like crap. Oh well. Not much to do about it now. maybe by January it'll all be taken care of. And I have the TV mounted on the wall. What is this thing? Splitter. Why is this even out here? It must have fallen out of that. Let's see, these headphones. Where do these go? They should go into audio. Alright, it's going to be as good as it gets for now. Get rid of this stupid power strip. Where's it plugged into? Here? Angry bubble time. I like it. Is anyone saying anything? Nope. So I've eliminated 3 power strips. So maybe I can leave somewhere, although it's too big. Maybe show it over here. That's not wide enough. Maybe get it over here. That doesn't work. Trying to figure out where to put this. Well, it'll do some modicum of good. I think I'll put it over here on the Mod T table. Let's reach over to the MOV or the search runner. No. Maybe I can run a cable there. Okay, that's good enough for now. Slowly things are taking place. It'll be nice to move this cat box closer out of the way of everything when the shelf is there, because this will move everything back. Not sure what's going to happen with the lighting situation here, but I have these lights that point up to the ceiling. That if I get a few more of those, maybe that will be the solution for lighting this side as well. I should order a few more of those. These are nice. These are actually pretty handy for the lighting problems I have right now. I guess the next thing, just to make sure it all works still. Where's the remote for this? Does it still work? Did I break everything? No. There's no signal, it's okay. Do we still have internet? Oh, we don't have internet. Nope, now we do. It seems to work. Look at that, so splotchy looking. Bad compression. What's this movie I've never heard of? All right. Oh, that seems to work. The audio's still working. That's good. Oh wait, or was it? It's HDMI Thunderbolt. I don't have the other audio turned on. Okay. All right, so how long have I been doing this? 2 hours and 40 minutes. It is now 7:55 p.m. So, I think the last thing I want to do that would make me feel on track with things is to work on the Emergent Task Planner version 4 for patrons. And as I'm coiling this thing up, let me think of what I need to do for that. I need to find the ETP files. Why is this screwed up? Okay, there we go. And there's the V4 design. I need to figure out how to fix it so like people don't abuse the download privilege. Like right now, there's still this issue with Patreon where people subscribing, like saying they subscribe to the $1 amount, and then immediately unsubscribing just so they can get access to the downloads and grab them all and then like not pay anything. That's part of the brouhaha that's going on with Patreon right now. So they introduce a fee structure change that no one is happy with. Ostensibly, the idea is to make it so that they can do anniversary-style subscriptions. But to do that, they have to charge each individual anniversary individually, which incurs an additional transaction fee from the credit card processors. So the solution that they had was, I don't think, a particularly satisfying one for anybody. But hopefully Jack Conte, the CEO of this company, who I adore, will figure something out. Because he's like listening to everything. And it must be tearing a hole in his heart to see so many unhappy people. He just wants to do the right thing, I think. But, you know, sometimes people want more than they can get. And by people, I mean people who are using Patreon for free and complaining that they're not getting more money out of it. Okay, the cat is up here. Let's clean this up a little bit. All right, so battery power, that looks good. This is not a bad angle here. Let me go back to screen view though, because that's what we'll be doing. And now we're going to do a little bit of design here. All right, let's see. Vicky looked for the correct way to wear a bowler hat for men. Let's take a look at that. Here are the rules, how to wear a hat. This looks like bullshit. This is DuckDuckGo. I've stopped using Google as my default. No, this is like pairing. What I want to know is where it should sit. Uh-oh, the melon shape of the bowler hat is not well suited for a really round shaped face. That's me! It looks better with a more angular jawline. Dope. Huh. That looks like that guy from Fred Ehrman. Decorative hats for men. If I have a round face, what kind of hat? Outdoors. Hats may be worn indoors, but only when the indoors is an out of doors by another name. A hat that always works. Yeah, right. So it looks like that Longmire guy. These are all terrible articles. Yeah, I'm not finding anything really detailed here. Fedoras don't seem to work for me. Pork pie. The Hamburg. Favored by the Godfather. The Bowler Derby. Hard made of felt, short brims. I'm not finding anything. I'm not finding anything. Yet. That's really helpful. So I'm making up my own. I'm now making up my own rules. Nope. Okay, this is where I just was. Yeah. Yeah. No. I think it comes down to maybe how one is interpreting the best place for the rim to cut the head visually and the angle you want to wear it at. At least that's what's bothering me. Okay, let's put this over here for now, and let's get back to the serious business of doing some stuff for Patreon. Oh, so I need to find where that is. Interestingly, I have not dropped any frames today. That's fantastic. Also, why is this? My levels seem to be kind of low too. Are there level issues with this right now? Let me try boosting it a little bit. See if that helps. Could be my voice is giving out. Alright, so what I need to do is pull up Illustrator. Let's do that. This is a nice angle for the auxiliary camera. And it's been a while since I've done anything in this, apparently. So let's open that file. Where would that be? It would be in Dave Personal. All products. This is the ETP we're talking about. And where did they put that? Was it in the standard designs? Don't think so. These look old. A new master? I don't know why this clicking no longer works. So I gotta click off it before I can click on it. These are what's this? This one is the RC4 approved. And this is the V4, but this is not the print version. Let's try it again. There should be a master folder someplace. Okay, there they are. Here's the, and we have two of them. This is the weekend version. This is the master flattened version. what we want to do is we want to make something for the chat room. Okay, so let's make a copy of this. Save as a copy. And this will be PDF, or this will be the V4 Patreon version. So these are all saved as PDFs, just to make it easier to preview print them. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so here we are with everything still broken out into layers, so they're all clean. What do I need to change on this? And do I need to actually convert this to CMYK from spot color? That's a good question. Is there anything else I need to change on this? Oh, the one thing I can do now here is just put the Patreon stuff like this. One thing I could also do is adjust it so there's an A4 size as well. I'm debating whether or not to put advertising in this or just say where this came from. So there's no wrong way to use the ETP. Fix this. This is not for print. What's the font for that? This should not be extra condensed. It should be just regular condensed. PG condensed. Or actually, I should just say E for Patreon. Oops. Patreon edition. Patreon supporters. Edition. I'm going to stick something in here that just says something about visiting on Patreon. What the hell is this? I just noticed something weird. Are these all bold or semi-bold? That one's bold. Thank you for your support. Let's see, is that still a thing there? I thought I saw like some missing dots, but I think it's just the way that Illustrator is rendering them. No, that's supposed to be there like that. Alright, that looks okay to me. Now, what do we want to say to our Patreon supporters? Right here, we can put something. let's make that a new layer. How come that text let me edit things? That's the text shell. Let's block that. Let's make a new layer here. Patreon. Here's another missing dot. That's just an illusion. So let's see. Well, you want to put it right there. And let's see. Maybe we'll just block out the 24th line. Let's round rectangle that. And effect. What was that filter called? Stylize round corners. I usually use what, 3 points? Let's make that a tint. And let's adjust the spacing of this a little bit. Let's remove this last 24 thing. Where would that be? That would be the note area, I think. Yep. Let's replace that with a glyph. And while we're at it, get rid of these last few lines. I want to put something here. Something about patronage. I'm not sure if I have the same rounded rectangle here. This is a part of the show, I think. Those are rounded. Graphic styles. Strange word of it. Swatch graphic styles library. What? How come I'm not seeing the effects window? What's that called now? Properties? No. Appearance, fill, stroke, transparent color. What was that window called? There's one that's for, you can see what you've actually applied to an object. For some reason it's not showing up. Appearance. Sort of here. I think that's where it's supposed to be. Oh, actually, that's nice. I didn't know you could do this. Appearance. I guess there's no FX applied to it. It's mixed appearances. I should see the effect applied to this if there is one. It doesn't look like there is. Definitely should be showing up. Oh, okay, here it is. I just didn't dig in deep enough. 1.44 points? What? That's an odd value. And it looks like I lost my rectangle. Here. That should be 1.44 points. That will match the top. And now swatch is the lightest one of those. Just need to bring it out a little bit. looks about right. All right. I don't like how that is filled. Stroke inside. Oops, this one. I want to say something nice about supporters and stuff. Oh, this is weird. So where's the swatches? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Stroke color. How come my stroke went back to? That's 0.5. Why does it look so big? Well, let's figure out what text we're going to put there first. Thank you for your support. I guess I should put it, could have put it up there. I could just lay it into. Okay, let me undo all this stuff. Undo. Oh. Oh, what happened? Alright, so we're back to here, where this all started. I'll leave those in here, but what I'm going to do, thank you patrons for your support in 2017. I think it's alright to have this in here. They are getting this for free. What else can I say here? Let's just make sure that's going the right way. I feel like I want to put a special graphic in here too. Unknown caller. Yes?
Good evening, this is Jackie Dion, property manager for Hollis Crossing. Today is Saturday, December 9th, and I'm
Snow removal.
Before 6 a.m. or overnight. The inside loop, which is the even townhouses, cars need to be moved out of lots no later than 10 a.m. We will be sending an email to notify when cars can be moved back. We will do these in shifts as soon as the mid-rise buildings and the odd townhouses, those lots are cleared. You will be allowed to move back. And then another one will go out when the even townhouses are clear and ready to go back as well. I appreciate your consideration, your understanding, And thank you. Everyone be safe.
So I had to move the car tomorrow at 10 so they can do the car something. They had a plow basically because of the snow. I just want to save this contact so I can tell who it's from next time. Generally, I usually don't pick these things up. What is this? I can't believe it. Like this. Save this contact. Create new contact. This is the Hollis Crossing management. Okay. So over here, I'm still trying to figure out how to set this up. Thank you for NSA.com. Oh wait, I should just put the Patreon address. Patreon.com. Is it Dave Say? Patreon.com/Dave Say. Okay, I guess that will be right. Download again from Alright, so that might be acceptable if it was something like that. And then the note area, I don't think I can shrink these manually. So I'll just have to remove them with a white blotchel thing. Oops. So another thing on the outside, on the inside we use white. Like that, like that. So what I'm doing here is, like, if people spread these around, at least they'll know where they came from. So I'm just wondering if I should move that overlap thing into the actual note. Where did it go? It's right there. For some reason I can't select it. This is the way. Put there. There. Put that there. Behind it. Let's expand it a little bit so it's easier to grab next time. Let's group it. Patrons can download. Patrons download. Oops. From What is the actual tag? Download. It's a terrible way of doing it. I wonder if we can. That might be a way of encouraging it. Alright, I think that might be fine. Now let's make it so it is legal to distribute. So, first things first, I think we need to save this as a flattened copy. First we need to grab all text. And we need to create outlines. There we go. Eliminates any embedded fonts, which you're not allowed to with my license. And then we need to save this again as a PDF. Export. How come nothing's showing up? We need to save this as the smallest file size. Alright. So now, let's take a look at that. Dropbox, personal. All products. ETP, new ETP master. Let me make sure that this one is not flattened. Okay, good. I'm going to export one. Why is there nothing in this export folder? It's a little weird. And one last thing I need to do to this is just optimize it. Let's see. Optimize PDF. Discard objects. Well, there is a reduction in size. It's actually bigger. Oh, it is smaller. Yeah, should have reduced any phantom objects too. So if people knock this thing off, at least they might be intrigued by this and to the Patreon site. Let's see. I'm wondering if I should encrypt it now. I should convert to CMYK. That would be good. I'm taking kind of a risk by releasing this. Let's see. How do I convert this to CMYK? How do I do that? In document color mode. It's already it's RGB. I guess that's fine. What's this? It's not like you can really protect it from people either. You could change the colors. Oh. That's all right though. Alright, well I guess I will introduce making this release. It does have some Patreon related stuff at the bottom, which is what I wanted. And we'll see how this goes. This we will remove. Now I need to just output this as, how do my downloads look? ETP V4. I need to work on my word counting calendar for next year. Just realized that. Just make a nice screenshot here. And Shift 4. And Shift 3. I got both of them though. Okay. Let's open up Illustrator. This one's not, move that in the trash. Let's open this with Photoshop. All right, so what we want to do is we want to add something to this that says, oh my God, patron version. Let's see. ETP version 4 for Patreon supporters. That's essentially what I want to say. Extra bold, extra big. Set that solid. That's solid? Yes, it is. Let's find a nice color. How come I'm not seeing any previews on this? Sounds just slow. That's weird. How come that's weird looking? Download. What the hell? Piece of shit. The hell? What the fuck? I swear. Oh, this is right. I'm in Photoshop. I was trying to do Illustrator-y things with this. ETP version 4 download. What the fuck? For Patreon supplies, there the V came back in. Piece of shit. This we want to change color. A better way to do that. Nope. Thanks. Let's see. I want to do some color work on that. Maybe I should have done that in Illustrator and imported it. You don't really want to spend a huge amount of time on this though. So we'll just like half-ass it. It's not so bad. Just need to arrange these. Photoshop edit and arrange menu, but I bet it doesn't work. Nope. Oh, that's a different range. We want, is there a layout? It's one of those, adjustment thing. This is for Windows. Distribute. That's right up here, isn't it? Distribute. Okay, that actually worked. Alright, let's see if we can do about these colors. Now we'll switch this to, this is HHB. That's annoying. What did that turn? Alright, that's how we do it. Let's move this to, that's a pretty, I think the download is the one that we want to change. ETP version 4 download. Or rather, these two we want to change. We'll make these darker. I said we'll make them darker. Hardly ever show, doesn't even show. Darker. It's not previewing. Let's try something here. I'm going to break out this 4 as its own number. Almost, but not quite. What is wrong with this? Why does it jump out so much? Ugh. And we want to copy the color from here. This is the color we want to change. It's the cheeriest color. The top one should be more of a white color. Maybe a brighter blue. It's not so bad. We just need to adjust this. And then adjust the background. Okay, let's save this. Back in. the hell? That's buggy. Is it feathered? No, is it just buggy? Oh, I think it actually grabbed a little bit over the white. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. Okay, yeah, it was. So this will be our what's the pong size? It's not so bad. Hey, sweetie, sweetie. Almost time for your food. New pay. That should be in the marketing folder, actually. Oops. This will be a Patreon version. Ugh. Where's crop folder? All right. So this is ready to put up there. I could fiddle around with this a little bit more, but I think that'll be fine. Let's save this. Oh, that was the copy. Let's make this post. This is image, select image, recent files, export, marketing. Download version for ETP for Patreon. Yeah, finally, okay. Happy holidays. This can now download the V4 version 4 ETP version 4 featuring wider columns. I need to find the download. Here. ETP download. Who can see this post? Patrons only. Please do not list file to other services. It's for your own use. Okay, save this as a draft. It just occurred to me there's some things I need to do. Save as draft. All right, anyway, making some progress on just getting some of this stuff out of the way. And how long have I been going with this? Oh, almost 3.5 hours. So I think that's long enough for this happy bubble time. Got some stuff done. Got the room cleaned up a little bit. Ready to pull the trigger on the draft. Just wondering if I should encrypt it or not. I should say something not for do not upload to other services. You know, it's a big risk. I should put an encryption password on it, which I think I will do right now. It doesn't affect your ability to print it, but loading it into another illustration program will make it harder. Let's see. Oh, I also should please. This file works best with Adobe Acrobat PDF readers. There's a download place for that. Get Acrobat Enterprise. Other PDF readers, such as the one built into Chrome, do not correctly draw the dotted lines. Because they don't implement the standard fully. They don't fully implement. Please do not upload. Use. You can also buy the pre-printed versions, or US, if you're in the United States. You can also buy the pre-printed on high quality fountain pen ready paper from Amazon. Let's look that up. Amazon.com. ETP 75. E75 sheet pads. These are all currently the V4 design, though the photos show the V3 design. I'm trying to change them. Now. And then the ETP full-size notebook. These have also all been converted to use the V4 design. These pages are double-sided compared. Size and focus. You know, I thought I'd actually change this. Again, the artwork has not yet been updated. Thanks for your support. I hope you enjoy the design changes. Okay, let's encrypt that file. One nice thing about encrypting the file is that when someone tries to use it for something else, they will ask me about it, and then I can give them the password. But it gives me an idea what people are doing with them. I don't think it's too much to ask. Let's see. Also, I need to make sure the copyright is still in there. So let's go back to Dropbox, recent file, recent folders, export. Let's open this. Open with the Acrobat. And I'm going to do this on this other side page here where you can't see what I'm doing. Let's see, let's move this one. Oop. Wait. Good live. Alright, so I'm just updating this thing right now. How do I even do that? I think it was a security setting in Acrobat. There's the tool, where is it? I mean, they reorganize this thing. It just gets worse and worse. Hard to find anything else here, really. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I need to write down something here in my, just like adding some encryption passwords now. ETP V4 password to modify. Okay, that's done. Let me go back to make sure it opens still. Try to open it with Illustrator. Seems to work. Can I print with it? If I double click on it, it should just open. Let me print this. Oh, there's the cat feeding alarm. Print. This is a good time to stop too. So I'm printing that out now. Let me go downstairs and grab it. Also, I need to modify this upload thing. Let's trash that. Let's add a file. It should be this one. Save as draft. Okay. Let me go downstairs and grab that thing. Come on, sweetie. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Wow, it's cold down here. So cold. Yeah. Let's print it on black and white because I had to buy a new toner. Dope. So this is what we're looking at. I forgot I need to buy toner for the laser printer, so it's printing out black and white. But this is ready to go. Let's do this. Let's publish this baby. Noink. Ooh, am I forgetting anything? Duh. Hopefully this is not a huge mistake. Publishing. All right. ETP version 4 for patrons only. Looks about right. All right, so that's it for now. I'm done with this. Hope you enjoyed. Anyone who's watching this or trying to get some chores done, this was my happy bubble time in which I just kind of was randomly wandering around doing things. Seems like it's been fairly productive. Got one thing done off my list. Now I'm going to feed the cat and feed myself. And, I don't know, see what's going on. Answer some emails I saw come in. You don't need to see that. It's boring. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Gotta wait 10 seconds. Oh, where's my hat? It should be long enough. Let's wait till I see the slate.